Hey guys, welcome back. We are in Math 3, Chapter 6. We are still doing a multiplication facts up to 5. And hopefully you had some time to work on your skip counting with threes and you're getting really comfortable with that because we're going to be using the factor 3 a lot today. Today we're going to be on lesson 49, multiplying with 3. And we're still talking about the commutative property. So remember, that's where we flip our numbers around, our factors around, and we still end up with the same product. All right, let's begin. As always, we're going to begin with a pencil and paper, and we're going to start practicing some of our addition and subtraction facts to get our brain moving. So if I go too fast, just pause it and see what you come up with. All right, good luck. First number, we are doing multiplication. Sorry about that. We are practicing our multiplication. So we have 1 times 2, the factor 1 times the factor 2. Write down what you think. The answer is 2. All right, next problem. We have 2 times 2. Give me just a second to figure that out. The answer is 4. All right, the next one is 3 times 2. I am sensing a pattern here of our 2's. Hopefully we're skip counting our 2's well. 3 times 2, count that up. You should have 6. All right, next one, 4 times 2. And 4 times 2, we should have 8. Our last one was 3 times 2. It's 4 times 2. I wonder if our next one will be 5 times 2. I see a pattern here. 5 times 2, we're skip counting up, we're multiplying, and we should get 10. All right, try again. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 4, 8. 2 times 5, 10. Good job. All right. Now we have our number line here, and it's going to give you the factor 4 times the factor 3. And let's see if we can see how to put this on our number line. So when we're using our number line, we are going to count up however many spaces we need, 1, 2, 3, and we are going to skip count that many 4 times. So we have 3, 6, 9, and we're going to end up with the number 12. So we're going to know that 4 skips of every third number is 12. Okay, 3, 6, 9, 12, just like that. If you need to pause and study the number line so you understand it, please do so. Next, we have our number line still, and we have 6 times 3. So we're going to skip up. We're going to skip count by 3s. We're going to move our number line up 3 times each time. So 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12, 12 to 15, and then 15 to 18. And if you see here, we have 6 jumps, and 6 times 3 spaces each jump equals 18. All right, next we have it here. We are still working on our number line. And we are going to work with the numbers 2, the factors 2 and the factor 3. And we're going to skip count 3 each time. 3, 6. We have 2 jumps there, and we have our number 6. So as you can see, sometimes the number line is very, very helpful when you're first learning all about multiplication. Next, we have the factor 5 times the factor 3. Skipping to 3, 6, 9, 12, and now 15. This have you count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jumps. So 5 times 3 spots every time we jump equals 15. Next, we have the factor 3 times the factor 3. And we're jumping 3 spaces each time. 3, 6, 9. All right, so the factor 3 times the factor 3 should be the product 9. And as you can see, we've skipped 3 spaces each time, and we've done it 3 times. All right, here we have a bunch of pennies. And let's see how many we have in each one. We have 5 rows going down, and we have 3 rows going across. And so the multiplication fact for this is 5 times 3. So the factor 5 times the factor 3 and we're going to end up with 15. So if we were to count every one of these pennies, we would get 15 pennies. We also could say 3 times 5 and get the product, and we could switch our rows around, right? Using the same pennies, and we would have 3 rows up and down times 5 rows across. And we're still going to get the product of 15, because remember, when we use our commutative property, we have the same number of pennies. We're just moving them around. And so 5 times 3 is the same as 3 times 5. It just makes our rows look a little different. All right, they are what we call related facts. Next, we have more pennies. Let's see here. We have 6 pennies going up and down, and we have 3 pennies across the top. We have this multiplication problem written out as 6 times 3. And you can see that is the same as 3 times 6. And our product is 18. So either way, whether using your commutative property, you're still going to have 18 pennies no matter how you arrange them, whether you arrange them in rows of 6 or rows of 3. 6 times 3, that way. 3 up and down, 6 across. We still get 18. So hopefully you are understanding this. All right, we've got pennies again. We have 4 pennies up and down. We have 3 pennies across. We have it written out as 4 times 3, the factor 4 times the factor 3. And here we're going to write them vertically and write 3 times 4 because we're going to use our commutative property. And 3 times 4 is 12. Just like 4 times 3, if we were to switch our pennies around and put 3 up and down and 4 across, we would still get 12. All right, here is a word problem for us. There are 2 people waiting in the checkout line at the grocery store. Each person has 3 boxes of cereal in his cart. How many boxes of cereal are in the 2 carts? So we have 2 people, 2 grocery carts, and 3 boxes of cereal for each person. So how will we write this problem? We'll write 2 grocery carts times 3 boxes of cereal, and that will give us 6 boxes of cereal. There are 6 boxes of cereal in 2 carts. If you're struggling with this, draw yourself a diagram. Draw your grocery carts with your boxes of cereal in them and see how many boxes you get. All right, here's another one. Aunt Karis wants to make a batch of salsa. She bought 8 packages of tomato and put them on the shelf. Each package has 3 tomatoes in it. How many tomatoes are on the shelf? Okay, so 8 packages, those are groups with 3 tomatoes in each package. So we're going to write our equation as 8 times 3. 8 packages with 3 tomatoes each, and we're going to get 24. There are 24 tomatoes on the shelf. Now you could skip count your 3s, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, and 24, and get your 8 times 3. You could use your number line, or you could draw your pictures, and any of those ways are correct. All right, next it says there are 3 flowers. There are 5 petals on each flower. How many petals are there? So we need to know that there are 3 sets of flowers, and there's 3 flowers with 5 petals on each one. And over here on our diagram, we have 3 times 5. And here it's going to give us our little dots to show us what we're doing, to show us our 3 flowers with 5 petals each on them. And we can see that we're going to get 15. That's the same as saying 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 15. 3 times 5 equals 15. So we've written this 4 different ways right here. So 3 sets of 3 flowers with 5 petals each equals 15 petals total. All right, so that is our lesson. You may now go ahead and turn to page 97 and 98, multiply with 3, the commutative property. On number 1, it says skip count by 3s and write the missing number. Now here's a little secret. You just did this on the previous page, and hopefully you watch the videos and you practice. So you should be getting really good at skip counting. When you have your 3 to 30 written down, you will be able to use this to help you answer almost all of your questions, because almost all of them, if not all of them, are multiplying with 3. So this is going to be a really good tool for you. So make sure you do it correctly. Next, you're going to skip count by 3s to solve on 2 through 4. And then 5 through 7, you're looking at the box and you're writing down how many shaded ones are going up and down versus across. You're writing an equation for that, and you're finding the product. So on the number 5, there are 8 boxes going up and down, and there are 3 boxes across. And so you're going to write an 8 on the side and a 3 at the top. And then you're going to write the equation 8 times 3, and you're going to solve it. All right, same for 8 and 9, only these are vertical problems, so they're going up and down, and you'll be solving your math problem that way. And then 10, 11, and 12, you are going to be just using your commutative property, writing the related facts. Related multiplication is the same thing as commutative property, so just flip those numbers around. 13 is a word problem, so read it, draw your diagram, and solve it. And then the next page is the same, is that each of the problems 1 through 5 is the same thing you did on 5 through 9, same types of problems on page 97 as on page 98. And then 6 through 8, the related multiplication, again, that's commutative properties. Then 9 is a word problem, draw your diagram. 10, 11, and 12, it says write standard form. Now remember, we talked about that. So all you're going to do is read the numbers, read the words, and write out what number that would be in digit form. Now, if you get confused as to where everything goes, get out your place value chart, because that will help you. All right, good luck.